Family and friends of the U.S. Border Patrol agent killed in Texas this week are remembering him today. Rogelio Martinez is being laid to rest in El Paso at a private funeral where we've learned Attorney General Jeff Sessions is among the mourners. Martinez was just 36 years old. He was a father, a 4-year veteran of the agency. He died mysteriously 1 week ago while responding to what officials describe as a suspicious activity call. Few details about this have been released, but we do know Martinez suffered blunt force trauma. There was another agent injured as well. The big question remains, was this all the result of just an accident or an attack? I want to bring in CNN's Scott McLean in El Paso. Scott, what do you know about how Martinez died? Was there an autopsy? Did that provide any conclusive information?
Yeah, this is a difficult situation. Agent Rogelio Martinez is being laid to rest in a nearby cemetery as we speak right now, and his family still does not have very many answers about how he died. The preliminary autopsy information that we've gotten is that there was trauma to his head. The full results, though, will take a couple of weeks. This is making the FBI investigation quite difficult because the area where this happened is 12 miles from any real civilization. It was in a culvert area. It was dark, and there are no suspects, at least none that the FBI has come out with thus far. The one person that they might be able to rely on to provide some information who witnessed at least part of this incident is the other agent in this case who was injured. We don't know his name. We know that he had 8 years of experience. I also spoke to his union rep yesterday who had met with him just a few moments before, and he said this second agent, he doesn't remember anything about that incident. He remembers going into work last Saturday, and beyond that, he says his memory is blank. And so that is making things pretty difficult for investigators at this point, Anna.
Yeah, just adding to the mystery. I know you've been speaking with a lot of people as you've been there on the ground in Texas, including some of Martinez's colleagues there in the Border Patrol community. How are they reacting? What's the impact this has had on them?
Yeah, not only was there a massive number of family and friends, in fact, this church, from what we could tell outside, filled up. Not all of the Border Patrol agents and the law enforcement officials and other police officers from other jurisdictions who came from across the state and across the country, many of them weren't actually able to get inside for that service. I spoke to one agent in particular, Armiro Cordero. He said, you know, obviously this has an impact on the Border Patrol agency, but that it doesn't change their mission. Listen.
It's sad to lay one of our own to rest. It's sad to see that he had to make the ultimate sacrifice. It honors me, and it honors every single law enforcement agent throughout the United States that he was willing to do that. We are sworn law enforcement officers. We do take an oath to protect our nation, to protect our borders, and to protect those who we serve.
Now, Anna, that area in particular where this happened is part of a well-known drug route, at least well-known to border enforcement agents who patrol it all the time. And they say, you know, people try to smuggle people and smuggle drugs throughout that route. And so when something like this happens, you might think that perhaps people in this community may be concerned. I asked Agent Cordero whether or not people in this part of, not this part, but in that part of Texas, which is about an hour and a half from where we are in El Paso, should be concerned. And he said they have nothing to worry about, Anna.
All right, Scott McLean in El Paso, Texas for us. Thank you.